feel like I join the choir. Shit, I should go to church. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. What you know about losing your best friend, or losing your best man, losing your blood brother from a senses, wishing you can free him again. All the real niggas put y'all hands in the air for the real niggas y'all done lost. All the real niggas chuck y'all gang in the air for all the bitch niggas y'all done tossed. Man, this shit got real crazy, feel like we losing niggas on the daily. All I had tears in my eyes, anger said somebody need to die. I was trying to get some get back, they killed my homie of a bitch, nigga. I be down, won't get my get back. Let's crack and look at me wrong, that boy about to get his shit pushed back. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir.
All right. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much, and I'm definitely in the building. What's going on, everybody? I'm coming back to you with another modern women production. Oh yeah, we about to get on these modern women's head again. They are mad. They are really mad. Modern women are so, so mad. And I'm here to tell you why. I'm here to tell you why. You see the title, why are modern women so mad? That's the thumbnail. But the title is, We Don't Belong to You. You belong to us. It seems like modern women want us to follow them, don't they? They want to be the leader. They got all the answers, Sway. They got all the answers. Men are terrible. Men are toxic. Men cannot lead. Now, y'all got to forgive me, man. It's hot as fish grease, where I'm at. So I got this fan I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling this fan right now, you guys. So y'all forgive me. But let me take the thumbnail off the screen and let's get down to it. Modern women are mad. We don't belong to you. We're not your child. Oh no, we're not your child. Oh yeah, I know you. I know you call us baby, but we're not your baby. We're really not. We're really not. We're your leader. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're your provider, right? Right. We're the one that provides security in the home. So we're a whole lot more than what you give us credit for. We don't belong to you, but you do belong to us. The woman was made for the man. The man was not made for the woman. The woman was made for the man. Why? Because the man has a bigger purpose. He has a bigger goal. He has a bigger dream. He has something he must accomplish. And you were placed here as a helpmeet, as an inspirational being to your man, to help him and inspire him to complete his mission. Now, I'm not talking about the do nothings. I'm talking about the do somethings. Okay, I'm not talking about the do nothings. I'm talking about the do something, the doers. I'm not talking about the lazy men. I'm talking about the great men, the men who are out there working hard toward the goal, toward um, toward excellence, who are pushing the envelope, pushing and pushing and pushing and pioneering and paving the way and out there to complete his purpose. I'm talking about the purposeful man. That man deserves a woman. The purposeful man, that man deserves a helpmeet. The purposeful man, that man deserves a loving and kind woman at home who's beautiful, who takes care of the home, who takes care of the family, the children. When the man comes back from fighting, from pushing the envelope, from advancing his network and his net worth, he should come home to peace. He should come home to tranquility. He should come home to no fuss. No fuss. No fuss. No fuss. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the broadcast today. Let me play this quick video and then we're going to come back.
And women belonged to men, and men controlled women in everything.
How about
Men
now?
has first opportunity to everything. Even getting out of the door, women have to open the door first, and the men passed first.
Oh, I'd love to live in Japan.
Oh,
I love to live in Japan. Well, y'all saw that. Y'all saw the see other cultures safeguard their women. They hedge up and sew up the patriarchy. They don't allow their women to misbehave. They don't allow their women to run around aimlessly in the world, creating chaos because they are emotional. Emotional damage. They are emotional. Modern women are emotionally damaged. They're out there just like electrons and neutrons, just buzzing everywhere, just buzzing, buzzing, making their own way, trying to figure it all out, learning from the man as well as taking from the man, trying to trying to sew up their opportunity where they can go do their own thing. But I'm here to tell you, modern women, I'm here to tell you, my men out there, you need to understand that stop running a loose ship. Stop running a loose program. Tighten up. It's time for some straightening. You got to tighten it up. You got to get your woman in check. I hate to say it like that, but that's how you got to be, man. Because they don't know what to do without you. They don't know what to do without you. Women have no purpose without men. Let me say that again. Women have no purpose without men. Men, we got a job to do. We got a mission to complete. We got a purposeful life to create. We have a legacy to leave. And we can't be playing around with the women that don't want to get on our page. We can't be playing around with that. You know, life is just going by quickly. Before you know it, 5 years past, 10 years past, 20. And where are you now? How much closer are you to completing your goal? How much closer are you to fulfilling your purpose? Men, we got to stay on our square. We got to stay on our square. We have got to stay on our square. We got to tighten up. Some straightening is needed. Some straightening is needed.
Said that if a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman. So if she wants to do OnlyFans, she owes him some money because she's his. It's about the fact that she belongs to him, and the intimate parts of her body belong to him because they're in a relationship. And if she wants to sell those, he has a stake in those.
Hey, I didn't say it. Andrew Tate just said it. Women belong to men. If you're going to get into a relationship with the man, if you decide, see, here's the thing. This is what's going on. You women are dating, right? You're dating. Going out on all these little dinner dates, right? Going out on all these little trips, just traveling, doing your thing, right? That's fine. Being chaotic and manipulative out there, that's fine. We knew you were going to do that, right? But then you decide to get into a relationship with that man. You decide to get into a monogamous relationship with that man. What's the benefit of getting into a relationship with the man? What's the benefit for the man to get into a relationship with the woman? Woman, if you decide to get into a relationship with the man, you also have decided that that man is your leader. You also have decided that you will submit to this man, that you will learn from this man, that you will grow with this man, that you will make that man's life easier. See, so many relationships today, and so much of this dating is catered more towards the woman, trying to woo the woman, trying to win the woman's respect, right? Win her over so she comes to your side, so she says, yes, I want to be with you. I fall in love with you. We do all that. Boom. Now we got you. What do we get? What does the man get? Does the man get a submissive woman? Does the man get a woman who listens? Does a man get some woman who learns and grows with him? Does a man get that? Or does a man get pushback? Bark, bite, fight. Entitlement. Or does a man have to spend all his resources on you, take you to all these fancy trips? But what does that man get? Just a beautiful woman? Just a box? What else? Maybe you cook for him. Maybe you clean up after him. What does a man get after dating and y'all come to agreement that you want to be in a relationship? See, the man belongs to God. That's his first right. That's his first option. That's his first mission. His first goal is to complete the mission that he was born to do. It's not cater to the woman. It's not pander to the woman. It's not buy the woman everything she wants, everything she thinks she needs. It's not massaging the woman's feet. It's none of that. Man, our job is to build. Our job is to leave a legacy. Our job is to be fruitful and then multiply. We got to bear fruit, man. We got to go out there and put some seed into the ground, and it must give us a return. So we got to go out. Our job is to plant seed, plant seed, plant seed, plant seed, plant seed, water the seed, right? Make sure it grows. Make sure it becomes a fruitful harvest. What's the woman's job? Well, the Bible says she's a helpmeet. Your job is to help, and maintain. Maintain what? Maintain what we put out there. Hold us up. Keep us focused on the task at hand. See, women are mad because men don't belong to women. Women belong to men. Men were not made for woman. Woman was made for man. Modern women are mad. They can't stand it. They're so entitled. They're so entitled. I want to boss you around. I want to tell you what to do. It's my turn. We did it your way last time. Now we gotta do it my way. No. It ain't tit for tat. It ain't your turn and my turn. It's my turn. It's always my turn. It's always my turn. It's my turn. I lead and you follow. That's how we're going to get to the promised land, because I am the most capable of getting us there. Not that you're not capable, but I'm the most capable. I'm the most capable. So you follow me. I'm the most logical. I'm more logical than you. I'm less emotional than you. Unless I was raised by a single mother, right? And I took upon her, her characteristics and her mannerisms. Then I got to go to some therapy and get that out of me. And then I got to get around some men and find my purpose. But for the most part, a man is a leader. It's not that he's detached from emotions. He just knows how to control his emotions. That's a man. See, a woman doesn't control her emotions. A man does. That's the difference. That's the difference. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let's get to it. Let's see what
I don't think most women understand what men are looking for in general from life. Men are biologically designed, we're evolutionarily hardwired to seek status. We want status. So every single thing we do is status driven to some degree.
It's true.
Meaning the female we are with has to add status to our lives in some form. That's why we like beautiful women, right?
Right.
But a beautiful woman who doesn't behave and doesn't obey isn't really much status.
Yep.
So when we're looking for status, we want a beautiful woman who is compliant because it's unique and it's scarcity that provides value. So if you want to keep your man happy, you need to think, how do I make my man look better to the world? How do I make him look better in front of other men? You know what? If I were to just make him 2 coffees and shut the fuck up, he's going to look like the big G. And he's going to be in love with me. That's what you have to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let your boy Tate tell you again. Man, he's so right. I agree with him right there. I agree with him. If nothing else, if men aren't looking for nothing else, we're seeking status. Status. We want to look good amongst our peers. We want to look good amongst the brethren. We want to look good in society and the world. Ladies, modern women, how are you giving your man status? You think just by looking pretty and beautiful, that's part of it. But if you're not cooperative, if you're not submissive, what status do we have? If you're always bitching all the time, if you're always fussing, if you're always causing conflict and fighting and turning your nose up at everything we do, how is that giving us stats? How is that making us look good amongst our peers, amongst our boys? If you're not bringing us that coffee while we watching the game or that drink or that beer, what are you here for? What value do you bring to a man. Women, modern women, ladies, listen up. We don't belong to you. You belong to us. We don't belong to you. You belong to us. We're here to provide everything that you need. We'll take care of your wants, but we got to provide your needs first. And you got to earn those wants. You got to do you got to fulfill your role. You got to do your role. See, if a man's going to do his going to fulfill his role, right? Provider, right? Leader, right? You got to do your role. See, modern women, they want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. Well, that's never going to work, sweetheart. Sweetheart, that's never going to work. You got to go back to being the feminine. You got to get back into your divine feminine. Go back to it. And man, you got to stay in your masculine. Your divine masculine. You got to stay in your master masculine form. You have to stay the big dog, the top dog, the leader, the vision caster, right? The executioner, right? Because you got to execute. You got to show these women you know how to execute. I know how to get the job done. You give me a task and it gets completed. You break down side of the road, I'm there. Something need fixing in the house, I got that. You need me to open that jar, done. I'm a man. But what are we getting in return? What are we getting in return? What are we getting in return? Let's play this one.
If I walk into a club and I fuck every girl in the club, I'm a powerful man.
Right.
If a woman walks into the club and every man wants her and not a single man can touch her, she's a powerful woman. If you flip the reverse, if I'm a man and I walk in and I can't fuck anything, I don't matter. And if the girl walks in and every dude in there is her silly, then she ain't worth shit.
Well, damn. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, goddamn. There you go. It's that old saying, right? A lock, a key that opens all locks is a master key. But a lock that is opened by any key is a shitty lock. A woman's power is in her abstaining and not allowing different men to conquer her. A woman's job is to stay poised, to stay beautiful, untouched, delicate, flowered, feminine, beautiful, inspirational, and yes, even powerful. There's power in that femininity. When a woman walks in the room, men are supposed to stand up. Men are supposed to notice her. Men are supposed to. Here you go. When she walk in the room, she's not supposed to be all up on every dude up in the room, shaking it, twerking it, hugging, kissing, smiling. Wait, she's not. No, that's not what her power is. See, a woman gets power when she's with a man, because now she belongs to that man. And even though other men want her, she knows she belongs to that man. So those other guys can't touch her. That's where her power is. That power only comes with the man. That power doesn't come being single. You're not single and powerful. You're single and weak. You're single and lonely, right? You're not powerful. But when you couple, man, there's power. There's power in numbers. There's power when you belong to something. See, if you don't belong to anyone, you're out there on your own. You're left to your own devices, your own smarts, your own wiles. But when you're coupled, when you're with someone, when you belong to someone, there's safety, there's security, there's provision. On your own, women, you're weak. You're weak. By yourself, ladies, you are weak. But when you are in a relationship with a man, you become strong. You're not weak anymore. You have protection. That man's job is to protect you. That man's job is to worry about you. That man's job is to take care and provide. That's not your job, by the way. That's not your job. That's a man's job. So you trying to take care of yourself, it's just you doing a man's job. You trying to do what a man's job is. You trying to do what someone else's, you're trying to take somebody else's job. You need to just calm down. You need to just be patient. You need to just focus on what's real. Focus on what you want and what you need. You need to focus. You need to focus on your man. Focus on making your man's life easier. And man, we got to choose wisely, man. We got to make sure we choose wisely. We have to make sure we choose wisely.
But the most important decision you will ever make in your life after choosing to believe in God is the mate you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Your mate will either inspire you to grow into your greatness or they'll confine you to complacency. They'll either be your other half or they'll make you half of yourself. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, like, a good relationship will make you more youthful and bring out the best in you, and a bad one will age you prematurely and bring out the worst. So choose wisely. And the description of a man and his role is maintainer, protector, and provider. And the description of a woman is the comfort, the consoler, and the helpmeet of a man. And whenever two people are following those roles and striving to become the best at it, not a relationship that's given 50-50. Relationships are not 50-50. They're 100-100.
Ooh.
You got to be 100% of what you're supposed to be, and then she has to be 100% of what she's supposed to be. That's how you have the ideal functional relationship. If you out here fighting for freedom, justice, and equality in the streets, and then you got to come home and fight again, you're never going to have the energy to be the best you can be. And the last thing that a black man wants to come home to after fighting in this world is to have to go round two with his own woman.
Yes, sir.
And the last thing that a woman wants to come home to after fighting in this world is to come home to a man that ain't been fighting at all.
You don't want to come home to a man that hasn't been fighting at all. See, women got this conditional femininity, this conditional submissiveness. I'll submit to the right man. I'll submit to the right man. He has to be the right man. Well, here's how you know he's the right man. You chose him. Did you choose him? Did you say, I do? Did you say, yes, I want to be your girlfriend? Yes, I want to be in a relationship with you. Yes, I want to be in a monogamy. Did you say that? Well, then, gosh darn it, you need to submit it. You need to listen. You need to pay attention to what your man's needs and wants are. Because we don't belong to you. We don't. You belong to us. You understand that? We do not belong to you, but you definitely belong to us. Left out in the world to your own devices, you're weak. But with the man, you are strong. With the family unit, you are stronger. With children, you have legacy now. You have purpose. See, a woman's purpose is her family, is her man, and her children. A man's purpose is God, fulfilling the mission, striving, protecting his family, protecting his woman, protecting his children, providing for them, giving them resources. advancing up the social status ladder. A man's primary mission is to conquer, take control, dominate. We were put here to dominate, to conquer. We don't want our women out there being dominated and conquered by other men. That's a no-no. We don't accept that. We don't accept that. Let me tell you, if a man is providing for you, paying all your bills, doing everything possible, making sure you're this, you're that, you're at this level, doing the things he's supposed to do, you must be loyal to him. It's a requirement. Your loyalty is required. A man requires loyalty from his woman. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, he cheated on me. That doesn't mean anything. Is he paying your bills? Is he providing for you? Is he giving you his resources? Has he given you his last name? Has he given you children? Is he taking care of your family, the family unit? Then you stay loyal. A man's mission, a man's job is to dominate. Who cares if he goes out there and dominates another woman? Who cares? Is he taking care of home? Is he taking care of the family? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Right? Are you 100? Right? Are you giving your 100? Right? It's not about the man going out there. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Because you belong to the man. You belong to him. You belong to him. Now, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You belong to him. You just gotta understand and know that. Women are created second in command. Men were placed by God on this planet to lead and direct women who come later. Women came after. His ultimate plan was for men and women to fulfill their roles as helpmeet and helper, respectively. As the word helpmeet means one who helps another. It makes sense that a woman would be the helper of a man because both genders come from one source, God Himself. Whatever you want to call it, the universe, protons, neurons, whatever. But it comes from the same source. Women today often forget what they were meant to do. Follow the will of your husband. Instead, they defy them whenever their emotions get out of control. They think they're equal. They want to be equal to men. They want to be equal to men. They want to be equal to men. They want to be equal. I'm looking for something, you know. Let me see if I can type this in real quick. Just 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Trying to look for something here. Trying to look for another quick video to show you guys. It's not gonna be a long broadcast. I'm trying to look for another video. Let's get to it. I'm trying to find this clip by the dog. One second. Type slow. What comes up under that? Let's see. Let's see if this is it. I think this is it. Oh, this is a long one though. I don't want to play this. All right, we might not play. Let me get back. Let's see. All right, let's play this. I think I found it. Let's see. We're just gonna play this one little part right here. Actually, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna play it, man. I don't think it's gonna play. I can't play it. I didn't cue it up, you guys. I apologize. I didn't cue that part up. I should have had that already queued up because I definitely wanted to put that in and into today's show. But this is gonna have to be left out. But let's finish it up. Let's wind things down and let's try to wrap things up a little bit here. Okay. See, the problem is women are not equal to men. Okay. Women are not supposed to be equal to men. Men and women have different roles, responsibilities, and skill set. Men are supposed to be in charge of women, not the other way around. We're in charge of you. You're not in charge of us. We're not your child. I don't care. See, that's the problem. See, that's the problem sometimes with dating single mothers. Single mothers like to treat their men like their children. And it's really the other way around. It's the women who are acting like children. It's the women who should be called baby, not the man. Women, you don't own yourself, okay? You do not. The first step to realize that women do not own themselves, they are not equal to men. Women are not in charge of their own lives, body, or reproductions. Women do not make financial decisions for themselves and cannot decide what happened to their bodies and lives. I know. I know that sounds sexist. That sounds terrible. That sounds wrong. That's why it's important for us to understand the reality that women are dependent on men for their existence and survival. We must acknowledge this power imbalance if we want to change anything or change our surroundings. Men, take back your homes. Men can take back their women. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, we should not be afraid to challenge and reprimand when they act out of line. Stop pandering, stop simping. Men are naturally assertive and aggressive, whereas women tend to be passive and submissive. And if you're up against a masculine woman who's not passive and submissive, you stand your ground anyway. You put her in her place anyway. You get her out of your presence, need be. If she won't listen, get rid of her. Chuck her to the side. Women are also more emotional than men, which makes them more likely to act out in ways that are harmful, both to themselves and others around them. These traits make it necessary for men's role in society as leaders over their partners become even more important than ever before, because men will have less patience with female behavior than ever before due to this shifting paradigm between genders, especially since many times what he calls feminine energy is actually just childish temper tantrums fueled by selfishness or revenge motives instead of any real problem-solving skills needed for long-term relationships involving two adults who want something different. Women are trying to dismantle the patriarchy. We know that. We see that. But we don't allow that. We don't see the Western world is allowing is putting women in the forefront. We gotta stop that. See, there's a reason why the Middle East doesn't. Mm-mm. They don't want to bring their women out here too much. They want to make money in America, but they want to go back because they have a whole culture. See, our culture, American culture corrupts. American culture corrupts. It actually breaks down and dismantles other cultures and other systems. That's what the American culture does. It says, I'm supreme and you're less supreme. Western culture says, hey, we run things. But it's not conducive. It's not going to last. It's not going to stand the test of time. It's still an experiment. It's still brand new. Democracy, everything, all the things that we're doing right now is all a social experiment. It's still brand new, and it could get dismantled at any moment. It could cave in on itself. It could implode even. You understand? America's on the decline, yo. We just don't see it. It's happening with the breakdown of family. It's happening when women are trying to lead men. Emotional creatures are trying to lead logical beings. You have to understand that. You have to understand that. See, God set up a system for men and women to follow, but the women won't follow. Eve didn't want to follow it, and you're the daughter of Eve, so I get it. See, God set up a system for men and women to follow, but women won't follow it. Women are not equal to men. They don't know this. They don't have the same capabilities as men, nor do they have the same responsibilities. Your responsibility is different from mine. Your responsibility is for the house, the home, the family. My responsibility is the will, the purpose, right? To build, to maintain, to provide, to protect. I must die for you if need be. You don't have that charge. If you're a woman who doesn't want her husband telling her what she can do or what she can go or where she can go or who she can talk to, you need some help because you don't understand how things work anymore. You don't know. You don't understand how things work. That a man's supposed to protect you from yourself, right? A man's supposed to say, "Well, where are you going?" Okay, just make sure you be safe. A man's supposed to know how to get a hold of you at all times. It's for your safety, your protection, your well-being. Women need to realize that they need to follow men, and God has given them a system for them to do so. Women need to realize they need to follow men. God's given them the system for them to do so. Women should follow rules that God has set up, not because their husbands want them to, but because it's what God wants them. Women also need to realize that men are superior in every way, even when oppressed by women's rights activists who say otherwise. Men are the leaders of society. If your husband tells you something about how he wants your life together with him and his family, then listen carefully because he knows better than anyone else how things should go in order for everyone involved, including himself, live fulfilling lives where everyone gets along. Yeah, you don't like hearing God. We'll replace God with something. The world has a system, has a structure. It's called the patriarchy. Respect it. Stop living the hyena life. You're not a hyena. If you want to be a queen, you must have a king. A queen cannot be a queen if she's single. I see so many women putting tattoos of queen on their arm, on their body, and they're single. What type of delusion is that? How can you be a queen when you have no king? A queen does not make a king makes a queen. Y'all gonna make me play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this video because I gotta play it. Let's go.
Favorite one is the difference between the king and the queen, because the king moves one square at a time, and the queen can just zip across the board, right? So you're here in Miami, you're partying in Miami. They got all these parties right now. It's Art Basel, blah blah blah. You see all these chicks on a boat. For the man to get on that boat, it's one square at a time, right? He has to get a good job. He has to get his taxes right. He has to find a way to leverage credit. He has to meet the guy who sells the boats. He has to go through all this shit stage by stage by stage to finally pull off being on that yacht and having that yacht at the age of 56. A chick, what does she need? Lip fillers? Boom. Zip. On. She gets straight on. That's the difference between the king and the queen. But although the king is slower than the queen, he's the most important piece, right? The king can't die. The queen can die. The queen, sometimes you can be looking at a position and go, this is fucked up. The only way out of this is to sacrifice that bitch.
Boom. The only way out of this is to sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? A king cannot be sacrificed, but a queen can. Because she's not the most important piece on the board. She's not the most important piece in the game. She's not. The man is. The man, without a man, there's no protection for you. Other men will come in and conquer you. You're not supposed to allow other men to come in and conquer you and take over your family. That's why you have a man to defend you. That's why. You don't stick your man on somebody like he's your guard dog. A man is not your guard dog. He's your protector. You don't go cause trouble and then tell your man to go clean up the mess. No. You don't do that. You don't put your man's life in jeopardy over some silly ego, some silly entitlement, some silly emotion that you have because you felt bad. No. You be humble. You be feminine. You submit to your man. You help him. You raise his status. How? By being feminine, by being beautiful, by being fit, right? By being cooperative, by making him look good in front of his peers. You boost his status. That's what you're there. You're there to be a helpmate. You're there to be helpful. You're there to be kind. You're there to assist in any way he needs. Anyway, we have a system set up for men and women to follow, and it's called marriage. If you don't want to follow this system, then you're an independent woman and not meant to be with a man. You can be happy, but it will be hard work because your life will revolve around yourself instead of others. And God has given us some simple rules that should apply to all people, regardless of gender, race, or religion. So why would anyone choose not to follow? Why don't you choose the path of success, the path of least resistance? Okay? Not always the path of success is paved with least resistance. Most of the time it's not. It's hard. It's dangerous, right? But you should be flowing with your man. You should have a level of interdependency with your man. Let me go to the comments here. Nasty Naughty says, do men have to be fit also? I would say so. But no, not really. I would say so, but no, not really. Because sometimes you gotta go for 2 out of the 3. Because men provide so much more. We provide so much more. We really do. We provide so much more. But should we be fit? Hell yeah. Men should be fit. Especially if you want more options. You should be fit. You should be making good money. You don't have to be rich, man, but you gotta go out there and you gotta provide. You gotta be useful to the group. You gotta be useful to the group. So good question, Nasty Naughty. Good question. Do men have to be fit also? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. You guys should be fit together. But if he's not, you still should be fit. Why? Why? Why should you be fit? And he doesn't have to necessarily be fit. And he should be fit. You know, when you get around other men, men will, we'll kind of rank on you. We'll back, hey man, get in shape, man. Fat. We'll talk mess. We don't want to hear that. So we got to get the gym and get in shape. But if your man is not, maybe he's working too many hours. Maybe he has this, maybe his job is all he can focus on right now. Is he still taking care of the home? Is he still providing you with protection? Right? Is he still doing the things necessary to keep things moving? Is he still executing? Is he still good at executing? And you can motivate that man to get in shape. You can. You can. But I would say this. Did you choose him when he was fat? That's what you chose. Men and women are different. What applies to the man doesn't apply to the woman. Like I tell men, get to the bag. I don't tell women, get to the bag. Even though women want to hear get to the bag, because the reason why I don't tell women to get to the bag. Let me play this quick video. This is a perfect video so you know why I don't tell women to get to the bag. Because this is what happens.
Differences between men and women is like when men make it, they think of how am I going to support a family.
Yeah.
When women make it, they think I don't need a man.
That's so funny.
Have you ever thought that way?
No, but I think he's right.
I know. That's why I think it's funny.
No, I think he's right though.
That's why I don't tell women to get to the bag. Because when they get to the bag, they do something different with the bag than what men do with the bag. Right? Men get to the bag so they can get more options, so they can get more women, so they can, take care of a family. They think, oh man, I made it. Now it's time for me to settle down and start a family and leave a legacy and provide and take care of and all those things. Women, when they get to the bag, you know what they say? I don't need a man. Their money quickly becomes their security. See, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. Women love money. Let's say that again. Women love money. Modern women love money. And the love of money is the root of all evil. So we got to make some changes. Great question. Do men have to be fit also? I would say yes, man. You want to be fit as well. Men, you want to be fit, not just physically, but here as well. You want to be fit and you want to be capable. You want to be logical. You want to be intellectual even. You want to be smart. You want to be wise. You need these things to lead. See, men, you need this to lead. You need this. You need this. You need to be sober-minded. You need your mind to be sharp. This is the most important thing for a man. Not his fitness, but it is. But no, I take that back. Fitness is important too because you got to have longevity. You got to be fit enough to complete the task that God gave you. So yeah, men, I require you to be fit. Now, I gotta look at myself now. I gotta go hit the gym now. But we should be. We should be. See, let me tell you something. There shouldn't be too much double standard. And I say it not too much. I say it like this because men, you got to lead with action as well as women. If you're the leader, if it's good for the leader, it's good for the follower. So sometimes there's going to be certain things like you might have to pass up that fine lady that wants to sleep with you tonight. Why? Because you're married and you got a wife at home, and you have to lead by example. You don't want to cause friction in your home. Now, unless you go back home and you discuss it with your wife, you say, "Hey, man, I met this beautiful woman. She's hot. She's like on Beyonce level. I worked hard. I got to do that. You're not gonna like it, but trust me, it's just a fling. It's just a one nighter, and then I'm back home. But I just gotta do this. Now, I don't know any men that's gonna go back and do that, right? But that would be the appropriate response. And then you go do it. And she has to, and believe it or not, she has to accept it. Why? Because she chose you. She said, "I do." She said, through sickness and through health, rich, poor, death do us part. Now, I don't suggest men do that, but that would be the appropriate response instead of just going out there and dipping and tarnishing your armor. See, women will try to look for chinks in your armor so they can do things. Well, if you can do it, I can do it. That's what they'll say, but that's not it. Kids will say, "Well, if you can do it, I can do it." And the parents always say, "Do what I say." No, 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 no. Parents, we gotta lead by example. Men, we gotta lead by example. Men, we gotta lead with action. Men, we have to lead with discipline. Men, we gotta have character. Okay, all these things have to be in place. We can't just be out here doing whatever we want to do, expecting chicks to follow us. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't just do anything. You know what makes God who he is? What makes God a God is a God doesn't go back on his word. Once he puts it out there, he even must stop. Men, we need to strive to be greater than what we are. Women, you need to help us, hold us accountable even to become greater than what we are. Women play a significant role in the character and the building and the status of a man. You play a part in that. Your job is to assist us and to help us and to inspire us. Do your job. Do your job. Don't slack. Do your job. Men, do your job. Keep maintaining, keep providing, keep protecting. The thing about men is once you get to a level, you have to make sure you don't go back down. Because once you get to a certain level, women get accustomed to that level. They don't want to go back down. And women, just because your man falls off, don't mean you got the right to leave. Stick around. It's the man's job to make it right. He will. He just needs time. Sometime it may take a short time. Sometime it may take a little time. Sometime it may take a long time. But you stay. You don't take over. You still follow. See, a man's strength is in his woman's femininity. A man's strength is in a woman's femininity because that gives him strength. That gives him purpose. That gives him drive. No one wants to come home to a masculine woman. A masculine, disobedient, difficult woman. We want to come home to peace, tranquility, right? We want to come home to an environment where we can create, where we can become inspired, which will keep us on the path to greatness. Inspiration keeps us on the path to greatness. Without inspiration, we can't. Women, be our leaders. Be your man's muse. And with that, I'm going to land my plane. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the broadcast, to the show if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. Do it for the algorithm, man. We need more people to hear this message. This is, man, what I own my. Was I preaching today? Did I do a good job? If you think I did a good job today, make sure you not only hit the like button, not only subscribe to the content, but go ahead and support the channel. $ Purple Gold Tea, super chat. You can also send me what they call a thank you, right? Send it. The Patreon's about to open up soon. Oh man, we got some stuff in the Patreon. I'm going all out in the Patreon, man. I'm going unedited, man, uncensored, man. You want the uncensored? You want to hear me really talk? A lot of things I can't say on this YouTube. Wait till we get over to the Patreon. Oh, we're gonna talk about some money. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about getting to the bag over there. Oh, we're gonna do some counseling. We're gonna do some relationship counseling. We're gonna do some singles counseling. We're gonna do some couples. Come on now. About to get you right. We about to get you right. So make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Look out for the content. And we're doing our thing over here, y'all. We're doing our thing now. We're not bothering nobody. We're doing our thing over here. I'll land my plane, man. Thank y'all for watching the broadcast. We appreciate it. This is the Too Much Moxie podcast, and we are.
Yeah, I feel like I joined the